I'm
Yeah.
Terry Long from
Yeah.
Spotlight Over the City. Stan
Yeah.
Long and I, my husband and I, we do an amazing show in the DMV. And thank you so much for
Yeah.
your time. I only have a few questions for you. You mentioned wisdom.
Yeah.
Was it wisdom way back in the day that allowed you to come up with that 85-15 deal?
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit
So
about
let me
that?
tell you guys, I looked at the Michael Jordan deal, right? The Michael Jordan deal when he sold his rights and everything for to get $1 million, because back in the 90s, you got $1 million deal. That was incredible. But I feel like Nike used him. And we started wearing Nike because of Michael Jordan. But he had sold his name and rights to them in that $1 million deal. So education is so important. Now, we're not downplaying Michael Jordan because he's one of the greatest, but we also can learn from all of our mistakes. I told somebody the other day, because Kevin Garnett got mad at me because I said, oh, he let this financial advisor steal all this money from him. I said, I'm not telling you that for you to think that I don't like you. I like you. I want to educate the next generation. So they don't make the mistakes. All them young men that's coming up, even off of my mistakes, all the failures, all the things I feel that, I want to share that with my people so you can have that shortcut. You don't need to take the same road, because that's what they do. They give their people the blueprint. But it's going to have to start with tough love and us being truthful. So when I got that 85-15 deal, it was unheard of, but people don't realize I invested into myself. So I looked for Michael Jackson, lawyer at the time, and I wanted to know how Michael Jackson get 22% and he got Neverland Ranch. He's the richest guy on the planet as an artist. So I want to study that. So I went and called the guy up. He said, I'll sit down and talk to you. It's going to be $25,000. I said, to talk to you? I live in the project. So I got to go figure like 20. I ain't never know 25. It was in the 90s. 25,000 to hold a conversation. And so that was the best money I ever spent, though. So I started selling my CDs and cassettes out of the trunk of my car, and I want to go talk to Michael Jackson. I'm happy. So I get down there, get a man my $25,000. I said, hey, look what he tell me. He said, yeah, the only way you could get a deal bigger than Michael is an 85-15 deal, but you need $200,000 marketing money. See, people don't realize a business starts with marketing and distribution. So he said to get a distribution deal, you're going to need $200K. That's the only way somebody going to get it to you. I said, man, I just gave you $25,000 for you to tell me I need $200K. I went and started selling my CDs and cassettes out of my trunk. I went everywhere. And so people don't realize I saved my money. I'm the same way we do it on the streets. I took my CDs and cassettes. I flipped that. I found every dude with a fixed-up car. I know they run in the hood. You got gold dates. Here you go. Here go a CD. This is going to be my marketing person. So he ride up the street playing my music. I found a homeless person, put my No Limit T-shirts on him. This is my walking billboards. I'm doing a good deed, and also because I come back a year later, guys still have my shirt on.
I love it.
I said, man, here go another one. I got to get you a new. so and then I couldn't afford the big billboards, so people don't realize you got to think big, but do what you got to do. I went to the bus benches. The bus benches at that time was $25, $30. People didn't know, so I'm on every bus bench. So when the kids come out to school, they see my No Limit stuff everywhere, and that's how I did it. So make the best out of what you have. And so I took that deal. I had my money saved up. I had $200,000 saved up, and then I went to Priority Records, and they asked me. They wanted to give me a couple $1 million. I said no, because after Jimmy Iovine told me I'd never get a deal in this town. So I walked on the. Yeah, because when I left, he had the $1 million check. So I'm from the project, and me and my brother. So I'm like, he take the $1 million. I said, no, take the $1 million. I already got 12 other people at the house. So if I give all them some money, we ain't got no money. So I'm thinking about it, and I start reading the contract. So that's why I say education and wisdom is so important. When I read that paperwork, it said I can't use my name no more. And the deal was just horrible. And that's what schooled me going to college. That's the one good thing that I think, my parents and the people that believed in me, the coaches that allowed me to go to college, to be able to read and scheme through these deals. And when I left, I told him, I said, bro, I'm going to go get something to eat. I'm coming back. He said, if you don't come back, you never get a deal in this town. So I get on the plane. I'm on Southwest Airlines. I got $500 in my pocket. Me and my brother about to fight now because he want me to take the. He say, "Look, you know how it be, family member." He said, "No, look what he have. Nigga, how much money you got in your pocket?" I went in my pocket. I got $500. We could have been a millionaire. I said, "No, I got it." He said, "What you mean you got it?" I said, "That white man will give me $1 million. How much you think I'm worth?"
Yes.
I said, "I got to be worth 20, 30, 40. He laughing, "Man, we going back to the project." I said, "No, you going back to the project. I'm about to go sell some more CDs. You know
I know that's right.
And I finally got that deal, so that's what I'm saying. That was the best investment I ever made. I got that deal. They gave me 85%, and the record company got 15%, and I ended up making Forbes top under 40, and I ended up making more money than the record company. So God is good.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So to conclude my questions, you led me right into the next segment, and that is you transitioned from being a music mogul to being a businessman with all of these amazing products. Is there one takeaway for our youth who want to do the same thing? If they want to just transition from the rap game into being a businessman, what is your number one recommendation for them?
So I just want to let everybody know that whether you're in entertainment or sports, doing music, that don't last forever. It's gonna come to an end. You either gonna get too older, you can't do it no more, you're not cool. You know, that's just how it goes. I mean, we just seen this the other night. Chris Paul was one of the top players in the country. Now everybody trying to say, do we still have it? When you invest in product, if you look at George Foreman made more money with that grill, and we know him about that, that he got knocked out 10 times. We still, think about it. We don't care how many times he got knocked out, we got us a George Foreman grill. Think about it.
You better know it.
So that's my advice to kids, like use that as a small piece of your success. Because once you have that fame, now you get you some product. Because product gonna be around when we not around. Think about it. They'll pass. So y'all don't realize, y'all think y'all buying product, y'all buying family names. When you go buy Gucci and go buy, even from Wells Fargo to all these banks, you buying family names. Kellogg's, all those. We don't have none of those. Because we so busy stereotyping. Oh, well, man, why you call this dad? And why you, I don't want to buy it because it's a black man on it. Wow, like that's crazy. So if you make success and you there, use that spotlight to open the doors for something else if you want to live that lifestyle. So my thing is, once I left out the ghetto, I say I ain't going back. Y'all might not like my music no more or nothing, but I ain't going back to that place. You know, that's almost like getting some bad food. You don't want it no more. The only reason I'm going back is to help the kids and the elderly. But I'm not going there to live. So I got to do something to keep that going. And I think then educate your kids and build them, because that's what they do. They breaking these cycles, and all we doing is sitting around. When we get rich, we're like, oh, we rich, but it's different. I keep telling people, it's poor people, it's rich people, and it's wealthy people. So the poor people, all they talk about is their things. I need to get some money. How can I get me some more money? Money, 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 money. Poor people, that's all they say. You got any money? Can you can you loan me some money? That's what poor people do. Let's be honest. I was at the bottom, so I'm like, man, I hope somebody give me some money. Think about it. And then the rich people, all they talk about is their thing. You see my car, my house, my boat. So you know they're rich. Right. Wealthy people, they talk about ideas. That's it, because they ain't worrying about no money. They know these ideas are going to bring the money. And so my thing is teaching our people and our culture how to create ideas, because we all one idea away from being wealthy. So, yeah.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you.